I went through a really long period of insomnia. I don't even remember how long it was. Maybe anywhere from I think roughly about a year or more. Maybe between a year and 2 years. But I've come out the other side of it, and I definitely had to fix up my sleep hygiene. And now I'm falling asleep. Uh, just naturally, and it's just made such a huge difference to my mental health and just to function, um, to have energy during the day as well. So I wanted to talk about what helped me really get back on track with being able to sleep better. So the most important thing for me, I found, is keeping my phone outside my bedroom. So I know it can be so tempting when you're not falling asleep to just grab your phone and then you start scrolling, and before you know it, it's like 4 a.m. and you can hear the birds outside, and you're like, crap, I haven't slept. I need to wake up in 2 hours. Um, so apart from that, apart from the scrolling, just staring at your phone, it keeps you, it just winds you up. And you go into this state, like a zombie state, and then you're just staring at it. Um, so the only way for me, I've tried keeping my phone like a few feet away, but then I found I'd get up to go to the bathroom and then come back and just grab my phone. So it was just too tempting having it in my bedroom. So now I don't keep it in my bedroom at all. I keep it in the living room and put on the charger at night, and I just don't bring it with me into my bed. And um, I've seen people talking about putting your phone in a lockbox. So that's something you can try, but for me, I don't want to buy another thing just to see if it would work. I would just wanted to use my self control. But if you feel like you really need to have your phone in your room, then I guess you can try a lockbox or just put it away in a drawer and shut it and just don't open it. But yeah, so I keep my phone outside. Um, I plug it into the charger about an hour before I need to sleep, and I'll keep a pen and paper near or next to my pillow in case I get ideas I want to write down, like right now for YouTube videos. So, and you can also use a journal, instead of using your phone for entertainment. Just start journaling, just write thoughts down, draw, do whatever you want, really. Um, yeah, just detach from your phone at night. That's so important. Um, and then, so that leads on to the other thing. I'll wind down an hour before. So an hour before I meant to sleep. So right now, say I'm watching Netflix on my couch, I get a notification on my phone now saying it's time to go to sleep at around 9:30. So I know I do my best to try and turn everything off. I'll get up and start doing the dishes because I need to put all the dishes away, either put it in the dishwasher and just wash up the rest. And then just clean the kitchen counters, because that's one rule I have. The kitchen counters need to be clean. You can probably see all the craft and painting and stuff in the living room behind me, but the other two walls, I make sure that they're clean. When I look into the other two directions of this apartment, like, it needs to be clean, otherwise I would just go crazy every like, every direction I look, there's clutter everywhere. Like, it is so painful for me to see that. So, I try to make sure there's at least 2 directions I can look where, like, it's clean and, um, yeah, and that makes the mess behind me, like, bearable because like, I am a messy person, like, especially when I'm doing art because I'll open things, leave stuff lying around everywhere, so, yeah, I feel like I can't control that too much, and I don't want to either, so the rest of the spaces I can control, I do my best to keep those clutter-free. So anyway, um, so my routine is do the dishes, clean the kitchen as much as I can, shower, and then, I'll like, there's no windows in my bathroom, so I have to have the fan on, so I'll go to bed for about 10 minutes, well, like 10 to 30 minutes really, and I'll lay there, um, to let the ceiling fan do its thing in the bathroom, and usually in that time I do, find myself getting sleepy, so that really helps just to have that time just laying there with no devices and just, like, I'm usually just in my thoughts really, or I'll write down a dream I had the night before because, like, if it was really weird or something like that, and I want to record it. Um, so yeah, and then yeah, so that actually helps me to sleep, and I really think that your like the whole day kind of predicts if you're going to be able to sleep or not. For me at least. So right now, like going for walks is so important because I don't really want to do like cardio. So walking tends to be um like how I like meditate and also just like spend up energy really. And I make sure, well, I'm trying to make sure that I take deep breaths and actually breathe into my tummy. That's something I've started noticing recently is that I breathe like up to my chest. Like my breaths are really shallow, so I'm trying to be more aware now and try to take deeper breaths when I can. And yeah, fresh air is just so good. Um, like yeah, like we humans, we need fresh oxygen, and a lot of us live in cities, so try to get to a park nearby if you can, and also going outside, you get your vitamin D, which is really important in winter, and it can dip, like your vitamin D levels can dip during those winter months, so make sure you check your blood because yeah, you may need supplements for a couple months or so. Um, so that the next thing I would say is make sure you've got the right like temperature in your room because I realize I sometimes like heat my room way too much. But the winter in Sydney is actually not that like doesn't get freezing um, compared to a lot of other places, and I'm actually like so sensitive when I go to sleep. Like if it's too hot, like I won't sleep. Um, if I'm if I haven't had dinner or I'm not full, then I can't sleep. So I know uh, like a lot of managing insomnia is just knowing what your body needs. Like I can tell you what I need, but really everyone's got their own way of kind of needing to relax and get into that, not just relax, but actually get your mind to a point where you can go to sleep. So, yeah, so I'm still using my summer duvet because it hasn't, I feel like it hasn't got that cold. Um, and I have an extra blanket, so sometimes I wear shorts. I think I tend to be hot when I sleep, where I get hot and cold, so I wear like shorts and a long sleeve t-shirt. So um, yeah, so that I'm can be like as comfortable as possible. Um, so the next thing I have written down is caffeine. So that's the obvious one, and I know it's hard when, especially when you're working, like you just need all that coffee and tea or whatever you take to get you through the day. But if you can not have it in the afternoon, just yeah, it's gonna help so much. Like I kind of went through a period of a few months while I've been on break to cut caffeine altogether, and it's just like it's unbelievable how good it's been for my sleep. Um, but I understand not everyone wants to cut back on coffee. I also did it for like digestive reasons, so um, I had another reason to cut coffee. So I'm not saying that you have to, but if you can try to limit it as best as you can, um, that would help a lot. And also, for me, alcohol, for some reason, I don't know, it started happening in the last few years where if I'm even one drink at night, like I can't, it just stops me being able to go to sleep. So I don't know how it is for other people. So, um, yeah, do what you want with that information. It's just something personal for me. So I generally just try not to drink after like 7 p.m. I barely drink anyway. So yeah. And then um, I think probably the last thing I would say is if there's something on your mind that is stopping you from sleeping, which is probably quite likely, like try to find solutions for whatever's keeping you awake or what you think it might be, because you might have an idea what it is, or you might not know for sure. But maybe start journaling, get therapy, and take whatever steps you need to try to resolve the issue that's keeping your mind upset or overthinking or just alert all the time for whatever reason. Um, and maybe like you can even search on Google for answers. Like I've done that sort of thing. Um, especially when it's something you don't really want to talk to anyone about. So yeah, I understand that, but um, if there's something that you think about a lot during the day, I mean that's kind of an obvious give to what might be keeping you awake at night as well. Whatever you're overthinking about all day. Um, but yeah, it's just taking small steps to try and fix any issues in your life. And if it's super bad, obviously, like if the insomnia gets really bad, speak to your doctor, see if they can help, and um, Yeah, they might be able to find underlying reasons for it. Um, yeah, make sure you do your blood checks and all of that, and yeah, I think that was everything that I wanted to go over. And also, I've been thinking about maybe doing a sleep meditation because I think I have the voice for it. But yeah, let me know if you think that's a good idea. But otherwise, thanks for watching.